Tony, welcome to Gummy.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
All right, you go in, Tony.
Good. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Hi. I'm so excited to tell you about my favorite thing ever, critter coloring books by Pappy Silk. They're full of super cute animals and cool stuff to color. I get to use all my favorite crayons and markers, and guess what? There are no rules. So I made a purple mouse with rainbow background. If you love animals and love coloring, you have to get these books. Trust me, they're awesome. Just go to Amazon and search for Pappy Sill and you'll find the whole collection of coloring books. Remember, it's a Pappy world and we all get to color in it.
All right, thank you so much. Tony Walker in the house.
Yeah, he's the only one screaming, but I like him. He's good.
Yes, Tony Walker.
I like Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker's really good.
Tony Walker's all right, too. lost in let's remember. Every day could be loner and this in my younger days. I should have known much better, 'cause the past was something that never got my way. But no, still no good not being now and never had a home. And God ashamed to say the wife was on my friend. Oh, 'cause I never felt the desire to let music set me on fire. Then it would say, yeah, we were keeping the faith, keeping the faith. I want about a dog boots on the black brothers hiding with the Cuban heat. Every dust socks with the same girl shirt and tight pant chinos. Burn on the shark skin jacket, tie with the pen of the car, read about shades. Oh yeah, I took a fresh pack of Luckies and a mint called Sensei. The old man soldiers and his old slice and the shade. Oh, put my hand in a pocket door, like the rest of the Romeo's war. Rubbing it away, yeah. We were keeping the faith, keeping the faith. You can get just so much for a good thing. You can linger too long in your dreams. Say goodbye to the honest but good. Through those days weren't always good, might always bad as it seems. And stick on as formal education. Lost a lot of pipes, taught me how to lose okay. Oh, I heard about sex, but not enough. I found that the cancer still looked tough anyway. Oh, yes, I did. Found that a man ain't just be macho. Taking off a lot of late night driving food, drinking a lot of take home pay. Bottles of too good. When I met you with a redhead girl, Chevrolet. Oh yeah, we were keeping the faith. Come on, keeping the faith. Whoa, those days weren't always good, but it was bad as it seems. Talk about peace for a holy Bible. Going outside and having nice cold beer in the shade. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to a 45, and I wanna go to be alive. Rock and roll plays, yeah, and the memories stay. Yeah, we were keeping the faith, keeping the faith. Keeping the faith. Yes, I am. Keeping the faith. Yes, I am. I'm keeping the faith. Keeping the faith. Keeping the faith.
Hi, everybody. It is Wednesday. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Facebook page, YouTube channel. No matter where you're watching from, please share the link and tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. And of course, if you're watching on, all right, hang on, I got you. Don't move. If you're watching on Facebook, that's great. We appreciate it. Stay there and hang with us. However, if you'd like to, If you'd like to take part in our conversations.
Line through my face.
What?
Nothing.
There's a line through your face? Oh, but nobody sees that. Yes. Do you see that?
I don't see it, but I see it there.
But nobody else sees it. This is my screen.
How do I know? You can't see
because you look up there and you don't see it. That's how. He's killing me already. If you're watching on Facebook and you want to take part in our conversations, hear your comment thread, hear your name said, please switch over to YouTube. That is where we monitor the comments. The Knockem Dead Comedy Show. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. Michael is here, that grinchy, grouchy, creepy, bald son of a bitch. Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Before we do anything, I have something serious I need to quickly, just very quick, discuss. So yesterday, we had a show in here. We had Diane, we had Frank, we had David. We played Tuesday trivia. All right, but no, serious. So if you're watching the show yesterday, I was reading comments like I always do. Dennis Farrell was watching yesterday. He was commenting throughout the show. Dennis Farrell doesn't watch every day, but he watches frequently. I've known Dennis, I don't know, maybe give or take 10 years. I met him through actually a mutual love of Billy Joel. I have friends that I would go to Billy Joel shows with. He knew some of these people, and he would come to join, and so we kind of met each other through that way. And we kind of hit it off. He's a very funny guy, just a cool dude, and we would. Outside of Billy Joel, we didn't see each other much, but we would see each other fairly often. We would hang and have a couple of laughs. Fast forward to coming in here. Turns out he's friends. He grew up with Anthony Cumia and Joe Curry. He's buddies with Mike Keegan, who was had his show last night. So coincidentally, we had more mutual friends. So Dennis watches from time to time, including yesterday when we had David Clark on. So it turns out about a half hour after the show ended yesterday, Dennis had a massive heart attack. He had 100% blockage. He's doing okay, thank goodness. I'm getting chills just talking about it.
Oh, wow.
Thank goodness he's okay. Dennis, well, here's the kicker. Today is Dennis's birthday. He turned 61 today. Totally shook me yesterday when I heard. Thankfully, he's doing okay. He was on Facebook last night, posting stuff, commenting on stuff.
Okay.
I don't even know. Right. I don't know those details. I haven't, other than a Facebook comment here and there, I haven't had a direct conversation with him. I know he is still in the hospital, but I'm assuming he's feeling better since he's on Facebook. But I really don't know anything more than what I just told you. But it shocked me it was actually David Clark who was our guest yesterday. He texted me probably around 4 o'clock yesterday, maybe a little later, and he sent me the screenshot that Dennis's wife posted. My husband had a massive heart attack today. He's doing okay. We were like, what? We were just talking to the guy. What?
Wow.
And then I reached out to his wife, and David reached out to the wife, and that's where we heard 100% blockage. So it did. It really kind of put me in a funk for the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. Again, he seems to be doing all right, which of course we're happy about, but it's just still kind of.
Well, it's a massive incident, no pun intended.
Right.
Especially someone that you know, and you just spoke to him.
He was commenting on the show yesterday, throughout the whole show, and that's what he said last night.
Because it's a miracle, 100% blockage, and he survived.
Yeah.
Wow, he's got a guardian angel of some kind.
Yeah, in fact, that was one of his posts yesterday. Found out today that a heart attack really does not feel good, but the medication does feel really good. That was one of his posts.
Yeah.
So we just want to wish Dennis well. Glad he survived it.
Oh yeah.
It freaked me out in a few different ways. We just came off, the big news here on Long Island, the 17-year-old hockey player that collapsed and passed away. I told you guys about that. I told you I grew up with the boy's mother. This was news all over locally. It was all over the news. The last Thursday, I went to the wake right after the show here, and and it was it last week? It might have been the week before. I forget now. And it was freezing cold, and of course the place was mobbed, and you stand outside freezing your ass off, but you're like, fuck it, if this is the worst of it, it could be worse. I could have lost my kid,
Mm-hmm.
And so you think about that stuff, and then Peter Schwartz comes in here to do the next day after the kid dies and does his his show, and he starts talking about it at the end of the show, and his kids he has a 17-year-old, and he has one that's in his first year of college. So he's talking about it, and he starts breaking down. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. So you come off that. Now you see, a friend who has a massive heart attack. And that's the weird thing. And you just turned 60 just a few days ago.
Yeah.
And it's been on my mind lately, like, that we're getting old. It's a weird thought. It's a weird feeling.
It's a very strange feeling. And, months leading up to me turning 60, because I had an uncle, my uncle, who's my father's brother, and they married the twins, right?
Right.
Anyway, it doesn't really matter to the story. He was 61. He had a massive heart attack. He did not survive it.
Oh, wow.
So, it's funny because I'm such a big Bruce Springsteen fan. A lot of his music now is about mortality because he's 75. I just turned 60. And you do start thinking of those things. What kind of legacy you want to leave behind, how much time. Because what's the average lifespan of a man, 78, 76?
Something like that, yeah.
So, we both lived 50, 60 years now.
Yeah.
It's time at least, well, two things. I'm trying to live to the fullest, hence the hat. And what I want to leave behind. And not you yawning in my face.
I did that before we went on the air. We just sat down. I asked him how he was, and then I just started yawning. I'm not concerned with a legacy. I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not at all. I mean, for crying out loud, some people don't even know who John Lennon is. Like, if that guy,
Oh, come on. The whole world knows who he is. Well, when I say legacy, I'm not talking about a legacy. Oh, that guy was funny. He was on Tony's show. No, I'm talking about the legacy I want to leave to the people that I love. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, see, but even that.
And maybe that's just who I am.
How many wakes or some kind of funeral or service do you go to? You take, like, when the actual service is going on, you sit there, you cry, you think about the person. How many times, like, before... When you're actually still there, before or after, you're now talking about other things with the people there, laughing about other things.
Oh, you want to talk about
you're
funerals?
Forgotten.
I did.
Well, speaking of old and
speaking of eulogies, can I tell you the eulogy?
Hold on, John.
I made at my grandmother's wake. Can we talk about that if you don't mind?
You want to do this first?
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Thanks for holding. How are you?
Hey, I'm very well. Thank you very much for asking.
You're welcome.
First of all, this is the Tony Walker show. Am I correct?
Well, it's not called that.
Well, okay. It's a comedy. It's a comedy day, Knockem Dead comedy show hosted by Tony Walker. But you're in charge. Am I correct?
All right, sure.
Yeah, all right. Well, tell him to take that stupid fucking thing off the microphone, will you? For Christ's sake.
He doesn't know the story behind it.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
He's a fucking gorilla. He doesn't understand. Okay. He doesn't understand the story. No, he doesn't understand the story about the Grinch.
I am a gorilla. Number one. Number two, Kaplan, you don't have to worry about getting a heart attack because miserable people like you don't get heart attacks. They just live forever and die.
Wow.
Okay, so don't worry about getting sick. Don't worry about you have no problem about, I'm going to worry about myself, this and that. But you turn vegan anyway, so you'll live another. It's okay. All right, you turn vegan. We're very proud of you. All right, so that's put 20 years on your life because you're not eating animal fat and stuff like that. So that's good. Now, Mr. Walker, I have a question.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Okay, I've watched your show religiously for about a year now.
Yes.
Very impressed with you. Very impressed with your professionalism. However, I have a comment to make. Every Tuesday, you fumble the whole entire show.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
And could you have a reason for that? Because I know the reason, but I want to see if you're aware of the reason.
Oh, we're thinking the same thing. It has to do with the lovely woman that's sitting in Mike's chair.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure you're on the right track. Because yesterday you turned around and you saw me commenting and stuff, and you saw me give the weather report to Darlene Ann. That's one of your listeners.
Yes.
And you said, West Palm Beach. You know I don't live in West Palm Beach.
Oh, that was a conscious decision. That was like, how do I explain this? It was like,
how do you get out of it?
No, I'm not trying to get out of anything. It was like, I said West Palm Beach, like, because that's the general area to give people who might not live in Florida, like myself, who don't know Florida for shit, to give like a general idea of where you are. Like you know what? Here's a good example, and you're gonna cringe, but I'm gonna use this as an example anyway. Billy Joel, when he does interviews, he never says he's from Hicksville. He says Levittown, because historically, people know Levittown, and some people know the story behind Abe Levitt starting Levittown on Long Island for the veterans that were coming home from war. So he says that it's like a point of reference.
All right. Okay. But you know Billy Joel.
That's correct. That is very true.
No.
But that's why I said that. Right or wrong, that's why I said that.
Well, you're 100% right, and I apologize. But
nothing to apologize for.
Watching you, it's a funny watching you Tuesday show because you just get all defucked.
I'm giddy. I'm very giddy.
Yes. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And again, why are you letting him put that hat on the microphone? It's very distracting.
Well, two reasons. One, he said there's a story involved, and we haven't gotten to it yet. So, and then two, like you said, it's distracting. So I'd rather look at that than him.
Oh, okay. But to his credit, he's not wearing black.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not wearing black.
Thank you for noticing, John.
What'd you say?
He said,
thank you for noticing.
Thanks for noticing. It was preset. I knew it all. When he called me, he told me what he was going to wear.
Is that right? You called him, told him what you wear?
No, we were on the phone. No, we were on the phone. I didn't tell him what I was wearing.
Yes, you did, you lying sack of shit.
I did not. No.
It's actually you. I owe an apology to because you called me yesterday, and as usual, I didn't get to call you back.
Well, I'm not used to that. I understand, but I was gonna say, but then you got some bad news about Dennis.
Yes.
And I'm hoping Dennis has a speedy recovery, and that's more important than calling me back because what are you calling this old man for? It's not important. All right. It's only important when I think it's important, not you. Anyway, listen, it's a wonderful talking to you, chats.
Right back at you.
I'm sorry I interrupted your show.
Never.
Right? Michael, behave yourself today. Smile.
I am. I'm actually in a really good mood.
Whoa.
Yeah, right. Smile. All right. Look excited that you're on the show. Okay, and you have a wonderful show. Yeah, there you go. Come on, it's smile. I'm watching you, Michael. Come on, you can do it now, honey.
I'm smiling.
Give me a big smile.
I'm very happy.
That's right. All right. Think of farting. All right. Yeah, let him tell you about the farts. I want to see if he tells you about the farts. Goodbye. I love you guys.
Goodbye. Thanks, pal. All right. About the farts. All right. Before we go any further. So I just want to finish that. Get well, Dennis, and be well.
Get well, Dennis.
And I don't know if you're watching today or not, but all the best. And glad you're still here. Mario's watching. Mickey is watching. Ann is here. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. Oh, Jennifer says, "Don't be bullied, Michael."
Thank you. I have someone on my side.
Well, yeah.
I'm not being bullied.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So tell me, let's do farts first. What is he talking about? Farts.
Do we really have to get into this just because he said it?
You have to understand, which I would think you should know by now. Sex, hamburgers and fries, baseball, and farts. That's like
for you.
That's like the top.
All right,
top
all
list.
right.
Right.
I'm
so he
get
talks
into
about farts. I want to hear about it because it's top of my
I'm
list.
going to get into it because I think I spoke to you about it a little bit last week or the week before.
Oh, really?
And him.
Okay.
Which sometimes I regret saying things to him. So, yes. So, as you know, the person that I am with is a vegan.
Right.
So, what she eats, I eat. What I eat.
What she eats, I eat.
what, I'm a real Neanderthal caveman.
You get an education from her,
yeah,
too?
Yeah. She's much smarter than me.
I hope so. Well,
yeah.
Everybody is after that.
I think she... What's the term when you dumb down?
Dumb down.
Dumb down. That's what I said.
Right. But didn't you say what's the term when you dumb down?
When
Isn't
you
that what you said?
when you're with someone that's actually a little dumber than you.
Yeah, but that's the term.
Not as intelligent. I do feel like I'm getting bullied here today. Thank you, Jennifer.
You asked, so I answered.
What are you hollering at me for?
Because I got accused of bullying. I'm gonna smack
so I'm not used. I'm not used to being strictly a vegan. Right? I'm not used to it. So it gives you what I call a case of gastrosis at times.
Explain that.
You know what gastrosis is?
No.
It's gas, but I just add the gastrosis to it.
But no, I got that. But what's giving you the gas? Becoming a vegan or the stress of becoming a vegan?
Oh, it's not stressful at all. It's not stressful at all.
Because you said I'm not used to it.
No, it's not stressful at all.
Oh, so it's
no.
just becoming a vegan, your system's changing, and so you're farting a lot. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Have you farted since you've been in here this morning?
Yes.
You have?
I have.
Since we've been on the air?
Yes, I have. And I'm sorry. I think it was during when you were talking about your friend Dennis. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I had a little case of gastrosis, and I had to release it.
See, but that's like a waste, pun intended. That's a waste. Like,
what do you mean?
If you're gonna fart, do it right, man. Let's hear it.
Well,
farts are funny.
You have gastrosis a lot.
Oh, you have. Oh, yeah. You guys have no idea.
I've known you a long time.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have no problem letting it rip, burping the other way, always. Sometimes I think it comes out your ears.
Yeah.
I mean,
nostrils.
If you had a blanket, I think I'd be getting a Dutch oven.
Well, if I had a blanket, you would not be under it with me.
Well, it's a joke. Aren't we supposed to entertain people here?
Well, I'm not entertained with that visual. Lisa gets Dutch ovens all the time, and I get yelled at beyond belief. She hates it. See, now, as you guys know, Lisa and I are on our second act, so to speak. And that is one thing she does not remember from our first act. She remembers me farting all the time, but she says that back then they didn't smell, where now she said they're like rancid. And I don't know what I've done. Like, I'm the same old stupid moron that I was, as a kid.
Your diet has been the same.
If anything, my diet's improved as I've gotten a little bit older. Like, I didn't even eat vegetables as a kid. Now I love broccoli. I like carrots. My palate was even worse as a kid than it is now. So I don't know what I've done in the during.
Well, it's the vegetables.
During the intermission that Lisa and I had, I don't know what I did differently that now all of a sudden my farts smell bad. But I actually do try to fart under the blanket on purpose in hopes that it stays there and doesn't come out.
That's the worst, though, because then it gets embedded in the mattress.
Right. And that's usually what happens. Like,
yeah.
I think sometimes like a half hour later and she's like moving or opening the blanket.
I mean,
she's like, what the?
I would love to say I got Dutch ovens, but I won't throw anybody under the bus because I don't want to get in trouble.
Sounds like you pretty much just did.
Yeah, I just did.
See, but that's the thing. I would laugh. I love that stuff. I would laugh my ass off.
So
ass
did
off.
we.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no pun intended.
I think it's the
So did
funniest
we.
thing.
It is hilarious.
I don't recall ever.
It's actually a relationship elevator.
I've been saying that on this show pretty much from
Well,
day
I've never
one.
heard you say that.
Well, I've never used those words. What I've said was, nothing says I love you more than farting in front of somebody. You're that comfortable, you can fart in front of them. Boom.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I've been
agree.
saying forever. I don't think I've ever like walked away. What the hell was that?
I'm just fooling around.
Oh, I don't think I've ever like ran away from or tried to avoid someone because they cut a nasty fart.
Have you ever walked away from someone because you were about to let one go?
Yes.
It depends on the social situation.
Yes.
Do you ever do it? You know what's funny when you do? My mother going when I was young. My mother in grocery stores, she would let them rip.
That is hilarious.
Rip, and I would be, a small kid or a little older, but I would be behind her. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, and I don't know what she ate. She did not have a very good diet. It was horrible.
Oh,
and they were loud.
Oh yeah, my kids yell at me when we're out because I'm the one walking around cutting loud farts, and they're like, and then you see them kind of looking around, and they're like, Dad.
It's like Buddy Rich playing the drums. And I would say,
Kinda,
oh my
yeah.
God. So sometimes she would turn around and say, I'll never see these fucking people again. What do I care? I'm like, interesting.
She's right. She was right. I don't know these people. I don't know if I'll ever see them again, so who cares? Sometimes what I'll do, so on Saturdays, Sammy has her special needs bowling with the PAL. So that's Saturday morning. So after bowling, and Lisa and I go. Lisa actually runs the bowling, and I'm the president.
Oh, so you don't do anything?
Actually, I do plenty.
No, I know.
So after bowling, that's the three of us are in the car together. That's when we decide every week to go food shopping for the week, and then we go home. So we're coming straight from bowling. So the three of us are together for food shopping every week. So what I do now, we're walking in the aisle. I look around and see if anybody's in the aisle with us, and if there's not, and I feel one coming, I just push it out. But the two of them don't, they didn't get the prelude, so they don't know that it's coming. So now they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, there's nobody around us. Who cares? And then they do. They'll look. They'll see nobody else in the aisle. And they're like, oh. But, yeah, Sammy hates it more than Lisa.
Oh, she does?
I'll walk into Sammy's room and I'll let one go. And she's like, I don't want that in my room. I did make her laugh just the other day. Today's Tuesday? Wednesday? I think it was Sunday. We were playing with the dog on the couch. And I got up off the couch. I stuck my ass right in his face, and I let one go. And Sammy was cracking up, and the dog just kind of,
He didn't pass out?
No. Our old dog, the dog we used to have, our dog Manny. He was a pit, but he was the best dog ever.
I remember Manny.
Loved that dog.
Yeah.
He used to fart like a human.
Oh, there's some dogs that
I never knew that.
will clear a house out.
No, but smell too. But
Yeah.
but I'm talking about volume and noise. I've never heard dogs fart loud like humans.
No, me either.
I'm telling you,
They're
this dog
silent.
would just walk around. And we would laugh our asses off. Oh, it was so funny. But yeah, I'm 8 years old, and farts still make me laugh almost like nothing else.
They are
does.
funny.
Have you ever seen they have those videos on YouTube, but there's this guy, Jack Vale. He carries, it's called the pooter. It's one of those things that you squeeze and it makes a fart sound. And he
Like
walks
a
around.
whoopee cushion?
Yeah, but it's almost shaped like a soda can, like a small rubber soda can. You just squeeze it, and it makes fart noises. So he's been doing this for years. He makes these videos where he walks through like a grocery store or Walmart or something, and then he's got a buddy with a hidden camera. So you're looking at something on a shelf, and Jack Vale come next to you. Looks, he's looking to, all of a sudden, and then you see the reactions of these real people. So that there's another guy, Peter Benson, I believe is his name. He does like a lot of prank videos as well. So these two got together once, and there's a few other guys that make like prank type videos. and they're all out in California, and they were in an elevator with a hidden camera. So you just see I don't know where it was, but they're in an elevator going up and down, and people were getting in the elevator, and then they would make the sound. You hear a fart. You just see these people's reactions because they think it's real.
Yeah.
It is hilarious. This video's got to be like at least 10 years old, if not more. I still watch it probably 2 or 3 times a year, and I cry laughing hysterical every time.
Well, there's an art of passing wind.
Absolutely.
And some people get embarrassed. They don't know how to react. No, like, I know you'll go into public and do it. No, I'm talking about people who are the recipient of listening to someone do that.
I'm just thinking about it, and it's making me laugh. I'm 8 years old. Farts make me laugh. Just talking about it is making me laugh. Go ahead. I was listening.
No, I said my pernt.
No, you didn't. You were mid-sentence when I started to laugh.
No, it's. I think it's a social protocol. Maybe we should research how the way people react to them. Same thing like picking your nose.
Well, no, I'm with you there. Picking your nose is gross.
It is?
Well, in public, yeah.
I was with my this kid I've known since kindergarten.
Okay.
We were maybe 11 or 12 years old, and his father was taking us to see the movie Stripes, which you remember the Bill Murray movie.
Oh, you weren't in kindergarten when you were going to this movie.
No, we met. I've known him
since kindergarten.
Since kindergarten.
So how old were you when Stripes came out? 15?
I don't know. We were teenagers, and we were driving in his van. The father was driving, and he was digging in his nose, and it was daylight.
Wow.
So I was in the back seat, and I'm watching him. He was a very funny man. Quiet man, but funny. So at one point,
he's digging.
He was digging.
Wow.
I mean, upside down. He was moving. There is an art to picking your nose. This way, you move your thumb upside down. There's so many different ways, even hidden. He's digging all the way. We're at a stoplight. It's a red light. And my friend Steve said, "Dad, come on, man. Look at all these people looking at you." And you know what he said to me? He goes, "I don't give a fuck. I will never see them again."
What's with all these people in your life saying that?
Saying what?
I don't give a fuck. I'll never see them again.
When did I say that?
Just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, in reference to what?
To your mom farting in.
Oh, well, because she said that.
Right.
Well, maybe we're hitting on something. Maybe that's the mentality people have about picking their nose in public. And
well, obviously some people
one.
do, but I think most people don't. I think there's a big difference between farting and picking your nose in public. A fart is just a silly noise, and the smell will go away.
I don't think so.
The smell goes away in 30 seconds.
It's still doing something with your body.
Yeah, but the snot, you're picking your nose. Now the snot has to go somewhere.
Yeah. You put it on you. I don't pick my nose. Well,
is that what your friend did? Your friend's father did? Did he pick and he had a napkin with him? Or was he just like picking and flicking?
He was picking and flicking. He was picking and flicking at us.
That's gross. That's gross. That's gross.
I found it hilarious.
Really?
I did.
A fart isn't spreading germs. Who knows what the hell is in your nose that I'm now flicking on you? That's gross.
It wasn't. No,
that's gross.
It's not like you're touching it.
He's flicking it at you.
Yeah,
so of
but
course
it's not hitting you.
Where's it going?
It's just going on the floor or something.
That you step on, and then you take it into your house.
So you don't.
I was with you once. You came to my house once. I don't know if you remember this story. You came to my house once. I think when I was sick, maybe. But it was a nice day. It was a nice day out.
Excuse me.
So I came outside to greet you. We're standing outside, and you stepped in dog shit. Do you remember this?
I do.
Now, 2 seconds.
I do remember.
2 seconds after this happened. I think I was sick because people were stopping by. A friend of mine from work had stopped by. He comes over in the front lawn to join us. I introduce you. You shook his hand, but you couldn't get a full sentence out because you were so upset that you had dog shit
I
on your
wasn't
shoe.
upset because I was because
You
of
were-
the smell.
I'm not knocking you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you were upset. And my friend even said to you, because you shook his hand real quick, I'm telling you, you couldn't get a full sentence out. He actually said to you, hey, why don't you go take care of that? It's no problem. Really, it's no problem. Go take care of that, and I'll talk to you when you come back. He actually said that to you.
Yeah.
So now, but, so you're at the point where, like, you couldn't even function until you cleaned your shoe off. And again, it's understandable. I hate getting
Well,
dog shit
that's
on my shoe,
that's
too.
my mentality. I don't like anything on my shoes.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. But you're okay with stepping on your friend's father's snots and carrying that around your house? Or if you when you take your shoe off at the end of the day, you're not thinking, oh, I got some snot on my hand.
I actually, well, if you think of one booger or one piece of snot is very minuscule. When you're talking about dog fecal matter, right? There was a lot of it. And you had small dogs.
Yes.
But they took two big craps. I don't know what you were feeding those dogs. And it was all in my shoe.
Yes.
And I don't like dog crap on my shoe.
Right. But
I understand what you're saying. I understand the point.
Yes.
It doesn't bother me because usually you wipe your feet when I walk my house. And now I'm in the habit I take my shoes off and I put house shoes on.
You're like Mr. Rogers.
Well, I don't put a sweater on.
But he changed his shoes, too, when he walked into the house.
Well, you should.
Yeah, because people are flicking snots on you.
No, look. You see this parking lot out back?
Yeah.
It's full of sand and grit and dirt. And,
yeah.
You know, I walked in cleaner terrain while in Iraq and Saudi Arabia. I
What's
did.
with the face? I believe you.
Than here.
Yeah, I believe
So
it.
you have to take your shoes off. You go home, you have 2 children?
Last time I checked.
Wife?
Yes.
A dog that you fart in his face, poor
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
And yourself.
Right.
Now that's on the floor.
Yes. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Oh.
But I'm just saying
you don't take your shoes off and put house shoes on.
I actually should because I don't really function well without shoes on because of the prosthetic. Like if I'm wearing just socks, it slides, and you get those socks that have like treads. They don't do shit. You still
like the
slide.
hospital socks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do shit. You still slide. Yeah. So I wear, which I hate. I used to love being barefoot when prior to this.
I remember when I first met you. You were always barefoot.
Always.
And
I love that.
I have a
now I'm never barefoot, which sucks.
I hate being barefoot.
Oh, do you?
I hate it. I don't know if it's a sensory thing or a health thing, because you don't know what's on the ground.
Yeah.
And everything kind of breathes through your feet.
The end of the day when I'm taking the leg off, I'm done for the day, and I take that sneaker off. I'm telling you, my foot is like, ah.
Well, maybe you should buy the proper fitting shoe, because you only need one shoe.
No, I need 2. I have 2 shoes on right now.
No, I know you have 2 shoes, but can you? Never mind. I was going to say a
Go ahead.
very distasteful joke.
Oh, stop it.
Well, does that one feel tight?
I had somebody this past summer. If you guys remember, I was pushing. The PAL had a yard sale as a fundraiser.
Yeah.
And we were working out there all day, bringing all the items outside, working, and it was so freaking hot out, sweating my ass off. And one of the people working it with me said, because I was wearing shorts. So one of the people working with me said, you have 2 different socks on. Like they weren't matching.
Right.
And I said, well, yeah. I said, I don't change this sock all that often.
Right.
She goes, oh, that's disgusting. And I went right at her. I said, up yours. It's it offended me because, like, I was in shorts. Like, do you not see the prosthetic leg?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
And I've known this person for a long time. And I even said that, I go, do you think I'm sweating? Do you think my prosthetic foot is sweating that I need to change the sock?
Yeah.
She actually said it again. She goes, it's disgusting. And she walked away.
Oh, absolutely. You should have. You were right. You had all rights in giving him the bird.
Let's all right. Let's read some comments, and then we'll get to that story.
Well, it's a short story, but
all right,
very
that's
good
fine.
story.
There's no time constraints.
As I'm feeling myself.
Let's see. GD says I wouldn't fart in my new car for 6 months because I didn't want to ruin the new car smell. See, I wouldn't care about that. Fremder, butt cheeks are like mud flaps for the asshole. All right. I feel bad for midgets, he says. They walk around and at fart level all day.
Oh, God. You know you're not supposed to say midget, but no.
Well, I'm just reading the comment.
No, I know.
Yeah. Romeo wants to know, what do you do with the snot? So yeah, do you put it in a napkin and you throw it away?
Roll it up and you throw it out the window?
Stick it on the steering wheel, he says.
What? That's gross.
And please move on. Find a classier level type of guy, would you please? Fremder, the older I get, the more my farts smell like a handful of rusty pennies. What do rusty pennies smell like? Rusty pennies have a smell?
Well, coins have a smell, yes.
Yeah?
They have a very odd smell.
I have a very
I don't
bad
know.
sense of smell. I need something like I'll put something right here, and I still sometimes don't get it.
Really?
Oh yeah, I have a very bad sense of smell.
Huh.
Come to think of it, says Fremder, who cleans up seeing eye dog shit? That's funny. Usually when I walk into a house, says Fremder, I have to wipe my ass.
What?
I don't get that. I used to go barefoot in my house until I stepped in a hot, steamy pile of dog shit. It came through my toes like the Play-Doh maker. Oh,
God.
Oh, thanks for that. Sharing that one, Fremder. JMS. Who is JMS? Why do the funniest people look like modern-day monks? I don't know. Why? And who are you?
JM who?
JMS. Jingleheimer Schmidt. JMS. The best man at me and Lisa's wedding was Joe Murphy. Joe Murphy stinks? JMS?
Is that the best you can come up with? Your comic legend here. At least you're not yawning.
All right, yeah, I do have another one, which I can't believe I'm going to say. Jew Mike sucks. Jew Mike stinks. What? Why do the funniest people look like modern-day monks? And then he just wrote...
They have long brown robes on?
And then he just wrote, Joe Rogan, Shane Gillis, you guys. What the hell does that mean?
What?
What?
Okay, I'm going to look up this joke.
Fremder, make sure, Mike, you look like the booger you've been... Wait? Make sure, Mike, you look like the booger you've been trying to get. What?
What?
What is going on? Romeo, no fact, coins are the dirtiest... Wait, what?
The dirtiest...
No
It's
facts.
nice to see you, Mike Tyson.
No fact. KNOW. No fact. Coins are the dirtiest things to touch.
Well, he's not a good typist. No, he's not. But he's right. It has a nasty smell.
Do they? Yeah.
You never handled change, and then you look at.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Wait a
right,
minute.
yeah.
Remember back in the day when if you went to a casino, you actually got the change.
Right.
The quarters, nickels, dimes, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then after you were done, you cashed them in. Your hands were black.
Oh, really?
You know.
I remember, getting my hands getting dirty from handling some coins, but I'm not a big casino guy.
either. My mother was. I was in a casino many times.
Fuck them. I'll never see them again.
Wait, what? What?
Well, I was quoting your mother because she said that in the supermarket.
Oh, you know why? Wait. I got a good joke for you. You know when my father will never be in a casino again?
Why?
Because he's dead.
Friender, John Jacob
wait,
Jingleheimer Schmidt. That's identity theft because his name is my name too. GD says the monk remark refers to bald heads, and Joe Rogan is not funny. Shane Gillis isn't bald, is he? Oh, he's balding, I guess. Who is JMS?
He's not bald, Shane Gillis. He's got a pretty good head of hair.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little thinning up top, right? Probably in the back there.
All
right. So tell us.
Very exciting.
What's going on here with the Grinch hat?
There's nothing going on. Next week is Christmas. This is the last program that I'll be co-hosting with you before the Christmas holiday.
I've never seen anybody contradict themselves so much in my life.
What do you mean?
You said before you have a story.
The story about the Grinch. I don't think people people just see the Grinch, Jim Carrey, the Grinch, what it portrays. He wants to make Christmas miserable. But they don't know why he wants to make Christmas miserable. Do you know the story? Are you staying awake?
No, I'm totally awake. Confused as usual, but awake.
See, if you did your research,
yeah,
like you're supposed to.
I always do my research. Did I know you were bringing that hat? No, I did not.
But
if I knew, I would have done my research.
It has nothing to do with the hat. It has to do with the character named Grinch.
All right, so that's what's going through my head.
Yes.
When I said to you, what's the story behind the hat? The answer should have been, the hat is the Grinch. I have a story about the Grinch.
I'm sorry.
Instead, it was, I don't have a story. You said you have a story.
Well, I apologize that I didn't articulate properly.
May I interject? Like this, all you do is articulate. Last time I was at a casino, my hands were black for a different reason. All right. Rusciello wants to know where you got the hat.
It was a gift.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck does he care where I got it?
I don't know.
It was a gift by a very lovely person.
All right, so tell me more.
You know how I feel about the holidays, right?
Yes.
Right? And most people that are listening know how I feel about the holidays. The Grinch wasn't bad.
He wasn't always a
He wasn't
Grinch.
always bad.
Well, he was always a Grinch. He wasn't always bad. Okay.
There was a reason why he turned into actually the Grinch.
Okay.
He loved Christmas. He loved giving gifts. He was wonderful, right? And he saw the overstimulation of Christmas. He saw that Christmas was being ruined by society, the demands of society, and all that goes with Christmas.
This was in Whoville?
What?
This was in Whoville?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very known fact. He was kind.
Okay.
And then he changed because of what Christmas meant to society. Right? So
Not just society.
No, society. So he took it upon himself, I'm going to ruin Christmas for people. He took it a little extreme, I admit. But I'm actually in the middle. So this is actually a representation of myself. I don't want to take Christmas away from anybody. I'm the good Grinch because I want to remember what the holidays are really about. You understand?
Yeah.
That's my whole story. Really, that's it. And I happen to like who the Grinch represents. Not the bad part of the Grinch.
But that's the thing.
How he first became, he was good. Then he was bad. I don't like that part. But then he became very kind.
But by showing that hat, by showing the
because
Grinch,
society thinks because the Grinch, oh, he's bad. He's a fucking asshole.
Right.
Because he takes presents away from little children.
Right.
But they don't realize at the beginning of his life, he was good. And then at the end of his life, Whoville, I forget the whole story, but little children came up to him and said, be part of Christmas with me.
So you're walking around with this hat. You want this hat to represent something about you.
Yes.
Yet you don't even remember the whole story.
I remember the whole story.
You just said, I don't remember the whole story.
Why are you being such a dick?
I'm not being a dick. You said it.
He's actually kind. So actually, the Grinch is actually, think about it. The Grinch is nice now.
Now, I am going to admit, too, because it doesn't matter, I'm not claiming to be represented by the Grinch. I don't know the whole story. I never really cared for it much.
Dr. Seuss things?
Yeah. So is that like in the original book, or is that even in the cartoon where you see him being nice at first and then he turns bad?
There's no cartoon.
There is a cartoon.
I don't remember the cartoon.
You don't
I just
remember the cartoon?
films, but I have read.
Wait, the Jim Carrey movie is the first Grinch that you ever saw?
Yeah.
You don't remember the Grinch cartoon
But I've
when we were
read
kids?
about the Grinch when I was young.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
and the writings of Dr. Seuss, he says the Grinch was not always like that.
All right, that was the original question. So
Yes.
like it is in the story where it does talk about how he was nice in the beginning.
Correct.
Okay, I did not know that. So
I'm the good Grinch.
Well, that's the thing. So you're walking around wearing that hat, and you think people are gonna be like, "Oh, he must be a good Grinch."
Yeah, why not? If they ask me, I'll gladly tell them.
Because most people, the Grinch represents a guy that was trying to take Christmas away.
Do they remember the fucking end of the movie? He was good.
You should calm down because
I'm calm.
You just said yourself that you don't remember the whole story. So why are you going to get mad at them?
No.
You did. You said that.
Wait a minute.
You wait a minute.
When you when you watch a movie,
Yeah.
what's usually the most profound thing is what happens at the end of the story. Right? There's a beginning of the story, there's a middle of the story, and there's a conclusion. Right?
Correct.
The conclusion of the story is usually that one sits right here with me. So the conclusion of this story is that he's kind.
I'm going to disagree because and I have the perfect example.
Yeah.
Darth Vader, he becomes good.
Fuck Star Wars. It has nothing to do with Star Wars.
You're talking. You just said a movie. A movie
All right,
has,
Darth Vader.
has this and that, and then this one. You remember the end. Star Wars is a movie.
Was Darth Vader ever good?
Yes, he started out good, and then he gets good at the end. But he's not
I
known
don't
for
know.
that. You talk about like anytime you want to show something, like to represent fear, you show Darth Vader. If Darth Vader has gone down as history as probably one of the top 3 villains in movies of all time.
Is that true?
I think it is. You don't think that's true?
No.
You don't think he's
I'll
the top?
bet you $1 if we look it up. If we look up the top 5 villains
in movies,
in films,
yeah,
in cinematic history,
top 5 villains.
I don't think he's on there
in movie history.
Cinematic history.
Same shit.
No, it's not.
It is. Cinema is movie. No? Look at that. He's number 1.
Don't give me the finger.
Oh, too late.
Well,
I gave you 2.
Why?
Why what?
Why is he? Why?
Well, I don't know what you're asking. Why?
First of all, the reason why I ask, I was never a Star Wars fan.
Okay.
So I don't know. That's why.
But you were quick to say fuck Star Wars, and then you said, "I'll bet you he's
but
not."
But that's
even...
why this hat represents. If someone says, "Oh, the guy's a fucking Grinch, he's wearing that hat," but if they were kind enough, like me, I'm a very social person. I would say, why is he wearing a Grinch hat? Because I remember the story when the story was at its conclusion. He was kind. Stick with me.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. A memorable villain.
Wait, I thought we said.
Oh, here we go.
If you typed in cinematic history, you might have something different.
Fine. Cinematic history. I type in movie. Oops.
Movie. When you go to the movies, what's that building called?
The movie theater.
It's not a movie theater.
Oh, what do you call it?
The movie house. And you called it Bibram. Remember you called.
All right, fine. Cinematic history. Darth Vader's number 2 instead.
Who's first? Well, I knew Hannibal Lecter was going to be number 1 somewhere. What's the rest of them?
The Joker. General Zod. Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know who that is.
Superman.
Oh.
You're not a Superman guy?
No.
Really?
No.
The first 2 Christopher Reeve Superman movies are
cartoon
fantastic. And General Zod was in Superman 2. Speaking of which, trailer drops tomorrow for the new Superman movie.
That guy
Who?
is Anton Chigurh is one of the best villains I have ever seen.
No Country for Old Men. Oh, I got to watch that again. That's a good movie.
He was bad.
Yes.
He was bad.
The Borg Queen? Oh, from Star Trek. I like the original Star Trek. I never went past that. Captain Vidal from Pan's Labyrinth. And
That's a great movie.
Oh, yeah?
Pan's Labyrinth?
Yeah,
great movie, and that is some villain.
And then, what is that? Foyd Ratha?
Who's this?
FEYD-RAUTHA. This villain is considered to offer everything that's needed for screen villainy, including what? But it doesn't say who it is. Validity. Sorry, validity. Wow.
No, volatility.
That's what I said.
Deep eyes.
But it doesn't say where that person's from.
And a curdled allure.
That's what it. Wow. It sounds like you. Other villains include Norman Bates, the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz, Nurse Ratched, and Michael Corleone. Do you know that Marlon Brando, I just read this the other day, he was only 47 when they filmed The Godfather? Mm-hmm. Is that insane? I mean, they made him old, but either way, point is, Darth Vader made the top 3 in both lists.
All right, so you owe me $2.
Yeah, right. I believe you stole me lunch from like a year ago, you fuck. All right, let's see.
Come on.
So JMS is saying, are you saying the Grinch was a damn commie?
What?
Fremder, if the hat is a representation of yourself, it's pretty accurate. It looks just like you, says Fremder. Romeo says, thank you, Michael. I feel so enriched.
Who said this?
Romeo. I call him Romeo. I know you don't like it. JMS, I also do not want green eggs and ham. United Healthcare is your Grinch. JMS, who are you? Who are you, man? Fremder, Mike is the Jew that stole Christmas. Romeo says, sorry, hand and fingers not working today. Typing is tough. It's fine, Romeo. We're just playing around. JMS almost ruined Christmas, but then changes their mind because someone made a statement.
JMS. Is it an...
Fremder, if Mike was a Star Wars character, he'd be Baldy One Kenobi. That's funny. Baldy One Kenobi. I like it.
Yeah, it's funny.
It
is funny.
Oh, GD says, now type in theatrical releases. Why? Like, you mean like best villain in theatrical releases? Yeah, clarify that, GD.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I think that there's a different... excuse me.
All right, but I typed in what my version and your version, and Darth Vader was still there. That was the argument that I won.
Well, it really wasn't an argument.
A debate. A conflict. A disagreement. Call it whatever you want. You were still wrong. Carol's watching.
Oh, my buddy Carol Miner.
Your buddy Carol?
She's my buddy. I can't call her that?
Yeah, I guess you can.
Christ's sakes.
Romeo, he loves Springsteen but does not like Star Wars. What a jerk off.
Who said that?
Romeo.
Oh, Romeo.
JMS, Pan's Labyrinth, is that with David Bowie? I do believe.
Pan's Labyrinth, David Bowie is not in that movie.
David Bowie was in Labyrinth.
Labyrinth, not Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, is that the name of another Labyrinth movie?
Yeah, where there was
my apologies, I did not know that.
Yeah, can you keep current with the comments, please?
I didn't say that. What do you mean? I never said that. Carol, she says, my buddies, she says.
See?
Not having a threesome with you and Carol. You go away first. GD, best villains in theatrical releases. All right, let's see. Best villains in... I am going to say that Darth Vader is still on the list somewhere.
Probably, unfortunately.
Best villains in theatrical releases.
Pretty good.
Thanks. Hannibal Lecter. Hans Landa. I don't know who that is.
Hans Landa.
Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz. Alan Rickman. All right, what?
Rickman.
Well, that's the actor's name. What character are we talking about? No Country for Old Men. Eamon Goth. I have no idea who that is. Oh, is that Schindler's List? I think that is. I think it's Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Bill the Butcher Cutting.
Oh, Mr. Potter.
That's right. I wanted to talk to you about that. Oh, all right. There he is. Anakin Skywalker. That's
Anakin
that's
Skywalker?
Darth Vader.
Oh.
The Joker. Agent Smith. Oh, from Keanu Reeves.
John Wick?
No, the other one.
Oh, The Matrix?
The Matrix. Thank you. Bane. That's a Star Wars thing. Excuse me. That's a Batman
villain.
thing.
He was a good villain.
Who? Bane?
Bane.
Yeah, Bane's good. Sauron. I don't know who that is.
Are you shitting me?
Calm down.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Sauron.
Yeah.
He's the biggest force of evil in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
See, more proof that Mike never pays attention. Every time Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter comes up in this room, I tell you I've never seen a second of it, and you react that way every single time.
Well, but Sauron, you know the name.
I
I'm
do
sure
not know
you've
the
heard.
name. No,
Yeah,
I
any
don't.
of these comments? How many years you doing this program?
Almost 7.
Sauron has never came up on anything.
Not that I recall.
And it's okay. It's actually Sauron.
Annie Wilkes. I don't know who's. Oh, Misery. Kathy.
Oh,
That's a good
that
one.
was a good one.
Dracula. Very good. Phyllis Dietrichson. I don't know who that is. Norman Bates. Nurse Ratched. Hans Gruber. That's Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
John Doe. What? Alonzo Harris. Oh, that's Training Day, I think, right? That's a good one. Loki. All right, that's cool. Anton Chigurh. I don't know who that is.
That's No Country for Old Men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's already mentioned. What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know.
And who is John Doe from what movie? Oh, 7.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Is that Kevin Spacey plays that role?
That is correct. And then we got to add Kaiser Soze to that list.
Kaiser who?
Kaiser Soze.
Who's Kaiser Soze?
Have you never seen The Usual Suspects?
Yeah,
What?
but I don't remember the. I don't remember the story.
To watch it again because, and I'm being dead serious because I know you will absolutely love that movie. It's my favorite movie. The Naked Gun is my favorite movie of all time, and then
Right.
and then Usual Suspects is like just like a, right there.
How is it?
It's right there. All right. Now speaking of Harry Potter, so I've been telling you guys that this Monday, this Monday is the 23rd. So my brother, he asked me if I would post this thing, and I'm not convinced people are going to want to see it, but I'll throw it up anyway and see what happens. It's a radio play. It's a Christmas radio play that was recorded December 23rd, 1947. My brother has it. He claims he cleaned up the audio a little bit, and he'd like me to premiere it here on the anniversary this coming Monday. I have not. I've heard the play years ago. I don't remember it, and I don't know what my brother did to enhance it. So I don't know how this sounds. Our grandfather was in this play. Our father's father was a local actor up in Watertown, New York.
Watertown.
Yeah, my father's family. They're all kind of spread out all over.
Big farm town up there.
Yeah.
Big military base up there.
Yes.
My son was stationed there.
Oh, is that right?
Fort Drum. Yeah.
We worked there at the phone company. They had a major ice storm late 90s, 97, 98, a big ice storm, and we went up there and
wow,
because all the infrastructure got frozen and they need new stuff. And then we were thrown out when one of the guys got drunk and drove the truck and flipped it, causing all sorts of damage. That's a whole other story. But yeah, my father's family, they're all scattered throughout upstate New York. And I don't really know my father's side except for my father's sister and her family. They stayed here on Long Island, so I knew them. And my grandmother I knew. But my grandfather died. My brother claims I was 3 when Do you have any oh, here I'll do it with these guitar picks. I can do that too. So
Oh, so 'cause it's the Italian Oh, you do it easy. I have to squish it in there a little bit. Why do you have guitar picks?
Because people come in here and play guitar sometimes.
Yeah, see, that's cool.
And I'll do that at restaurants and stuff. I'll just take the coin.
Oh, see, that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
The smelly coin?
The smelly coin, and then I have a smelly head. Insert jokes. So it's a play that my grandfather was in from December 23rd, 1947. He died supposedly when I was 3. I have no memory of him. I, for some reason, thought he died before I was born. But Frank tells me that he died when I was 3. So that would make my brother 6. So he might have some memories, but I don't. But
how did your brother get a copy of this?
I'm trying to remember. Somebody gave it to us.
So he's had it for years.
Oh yeah, we've had it for a long time. Somebody gave it to us. Somebody gave us a cassette. I don't remember. Frank would probably remembers who it was. I don't remember. Somebody gave us a cassette it was 3 radio plays. One of them was a Christmas thing. When I was sick, because I spent years, literally years, as you recall, laid up. And I was on crutches for 3 years, so I really didn't do much. So during that time, you guys know I'm a big music lover, so I had a lot of cassettes. So during that time, I had nothing else to do, and this was 20 plus years ago. This was before everything was digitized. We were still using CDs and DVDs at the time. So to kill time, I took every cassette I had, audio and video, and converted them all to CD and DVDs. So I did that back then and gave Frank.
Do people know you had thousands?
I have said it on here. I'm
have.
up to around 10,000 CDs.
Wow.
In my house. There's like a little area in my basement where it's all just shelves of CDs.
Yeah.
Which I just love that stuff. I gave my brother a copy of the CD years ago, and he's since put it on the computer, and he's put the 3 shows up on YouTube. Now he's claiming he took this one and has cleaned up the audio.
What's 3? What do you mean 3 shows?
Because I just said a minute ago.
I thought it was 1 play he was in.
3. Somebody gave me a cassette of 3 radio plays that my grandfather was in.
I see.
But this particular one was recorded December 23rd.
Is it a musical or a straight show?
Straight. Just straight. Yeah. And like I said, I don't even remember I don't remember them at all. I think I listened to it once. It was, I'm not a radio play guy. Like, it was kind of boring to me.
No, I hear you. But do you know who your grandfather was when you're listening to it?
Well, no, because they don't tell you until the end who played who.
I see. So there are credits at the end.
Yes, there are. In fact, I think they even say, as Mr. Potter, and then the actor says, Mike Kaplan. Like, I think they introduce themselves, if I remember right. I only listened to it once. Like
what was
I said,
his name?
My grandfather's name was Albert. Grandpa Bert.
Albert Walker or your...
This is my father's father. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Oh, do you have to take it?
Nope.
You good? Okay. This was my father's father, Albert Walker, but he went by Bert.
Wow. So you have acting chops in your lineage.
And apparently, and same with my brother. Apparently, there were some musicians on our father's side as well. My grandmother, my father's mother, she played.
I'm sorry to interject at
no,
this
it's
particular
totally
junction.
fine. Totally fine.
You mixed in that it had something to do with Harry Potter.
So that's.
Am I making you jump? I apologize.
No. So I thank you because I forgot that part. So this Monday, probably like 7 or 8 in the morning, I'm just going to post this video, and then you guys, it's there if anybody's interested. So now what has happened from that? It's kind of sparked me a little bit, where I'm thinking maybe we make this the beginning of a tradition here. So I'm thinking next year, getting some people to come in here, and we'll do a live radio play.
Love it.
Yeah. So
of that show?
No.
Or just something you pick?
No, every year should be something different. And so so I'd like to do that, and it wouldn't be live on this show. We'd have it make it its own separate show, its own separate special. But we all sit in here, we all have a mic, and we just read, the characters. We're not getting up, we're not
There's no blocking
jumping,
or
no
anything.
blocking of any kind.
Yeah.
We just like a radio show, but you guys would
I
see
think
us
that's
doing it.
great.
Okay, so that's where Mr. Potter comes in, because I threw this idea to Lisa because, and this time of year it comes up at some point during this time of year where we talk about It's a Wonderful Life. Lisa absolutely loves It's a Wonderful Life, and then in the production that you and I were in years ago, Lisa got to play Mary Bailey.
Yeah.
Big thrill for her because she loves
And she
Wonderful
was
Life.
actually terrific.
She was great.
She was actually perfect for that role.
Yeah, she was. Not so much the guy who played George Bailey.
No, because he ran over people in wheelchairs.
Right. And he was late for shows.
Always late for shows.
Yeah. Well, and, in all seriousness, I'm just joking around, but in all seriousness, he was only, I think, 23 at the time.
Yeah, he was
shit.
he was way too young.
He had,
way too young to play George
He
Bailey.
was the director's son. That's why he got the role.
Yeah.
He had no business playing George Bailey.
No.
Lisa was upset. She wanted me to play it. She thought I would have been a good George Bailey.
You would have been a very
At
good
the time,
George
I think
Bailey.
I could have pulled it off. I had hair. I had 2 legs.
It had nothing to do with hair. It's just you
No, it did.
had the wisdom. You had the
I had
you had
the
innocence. You had a lot of characteristics of George Bailey.
That's what I mean. And the hair shows so back when we did
but
it.
he had thin hair, George
yeah,
Bailey.
but when you have but the movie starts off with him, just coming out of high school. So you need hair. And then he ages, give or take 10, 15 years through the movie. I think when was that? What year we did that? 98, 99, 2000, somewhere around. So I was around 30 at the time. So I was probably at my physical best. So I think I could have pulled the role off at that time. Now,
and
forget
also
it.
the guy who played wore glasses. George Bailey did not wear glasses.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
and plus, wait a minute. I played Mr. Potter. Mr. Potter was an old man. I was only in my 30s.
Well, that's where I'm going with this. So if we do this next year, you would be the only one from, like me and Lisa and yourself. You're the only one that can reprise that role. Or reprise the role that you played. Because Lisa is now too old to play Mary Bailey. There's no way I'm pulling off a George Bailey now. So she said she would like to play both mothers.
That would be nice.
Yeah. But
both mothers are nice roles.
But
yeah.
you can reprise your role as Mr. Potter. And I've told you since we did that play, all the 25 years since, I've told you many times, including I have brought it up on this show, you were the best Mr. Potter I've ever seen, including the movie, including any version I've seen anywhere. I thought you were the best Mr. Potter I've ever seen. So if we do this next year, you got to reprise your role.
There's no doubt.
I think this could be kind of fun. And I was even toying with the idea of asking some comedians and stuff, but I want to get people who really act. I don't want to get silly. I don't want to turn into a farce. Like really do the straight
like Bert,
play.
like Bert and Ernie. There's a couple little comic scenes in there with them,
which can still be done.
Still could be done, but you're right. It can't.
We can do both if they want. If people want to do like a farce and go crazy.
If you had comics, it can go sideways. Yeah.
But believe me, plenty of comics take their job very seriously. Plenty of them are great actors who would take it seriously. So yeah, there is a part of me that thinks, it could be a lot of fun if we just made it a farce and went off.
Made like a satire out of it?
No, just like not a satire where we're all just reading and just off the cuff. Oh, Mr. Potter, why don't you go fuck yourself, you fat bastard? And we all start laughing. Stuff like that. That could be a lot of fun.
Bastard, yeah.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun. But at the same time, I think it would be cool to just do the straight play. So, I don't know, I might mix it up and see.
Wow.
But yeah, I'd like to do that in here. And
I
same
think it's
thing.
a great idea.
As a radio play, like I said, you have some people like Lisa who would play multiple roles. So maybe for the viewer's sake, to show that you're playing a different role now, maybe switch off some hats or something.
Right.
Because otherwise it'd be like, wait a minute, that was just Mary's mother. Why is that George's mother?
Yes.
So there's got to be, puts on a shawl or something.
Some sort of house coat or something.
There's got to be something to signify that.
Who would you play?
But when we did the play, I played a variety of different roles. I played Ernie the bartender, Ernie the taxi driver.
The taxi driver?
I think I played Ernie.
Did you play Bert the cop?
No. No, because Ernie and Bert had scenes together.
They had scenes together.
Yeah,
Right,
so
right,
I
right,
yes,
right, right.
so I played Ernie.
You played Nick the bartender.
I played Nick the bartender. I played
that's a good range because
yeah.
One time he's very nice, and then the next one he's very mean.
So but when we did the play, I don't know if you remember this. We originally, the original story. So it was the group that we performed with. They didn't. The shows that we did. We were with a group that performed radio plays live in front of an audience, but it was like a radio show. There was no blocking. They got into that later on, and it didn't work. But in the beginning, all the actors dressed in black. They stood in like there was a music stand on one end, a music stand on the other end, and everybody just some people gathered here, some people gathered there, and they just performed.
I had my own music stand.
That's right, you did.
I do remember
that. But what they did was they didn't perform like the popular versions. They always performed the original book. The original,
yeah.
So, It's a Wonderful Life. If you guys remember the movie, Clarence is talking to like his boss, so to speak, throughout the movie.
St. Peter.
Right. Mm-hmm. But in the original book, Clarence reports to three people, three angels, three saints, whatever. So when we first,
it was Dave Rasmussen, right?
Played Clarence beautifully.
He did, yes, he did.
But we originally were doing it in that style, so there were three bosses. But there were
I do remember that.
Yeah, but there were some, and I was one of those.
Yes.
But then there were some casting issues and some problems, so they had to change it to like the movie where there was only one boss, and then I took on these other roles instead. Yeah, I was Ernie. I was Nick. I was the guy that yells when they're singing Buffalo Gals. I'm the guy that yells, "Oh, just kiss her already."
The old guy sitting on his porch.
Right.
Yes.
So I would come out. I would come out before the show start, and I would come out and sit in the audience, and I would just watch the beginning of the show. And then when that part,
I remember that.
Then when that part came up, I would stand up. Just kiss her already, and then I would walk backstage.
Yeah.
But that was really weird. Plus, being Ernie was really weird because this is my wife, and I'm sitting there, kiss her.
Yeah.
And the guy that played George Bailey was an ex-boyfriend of hers.
Yes, I know.
So it's very perverted.
Very dysfunctional at the time.
Oh, well, the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time, yeah.
But I played other parts. I just don't remember what else they were. There was no way I just played those three.
Who played Bert the cop? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking now. If we do this next year, I think I might take on Clarence.
That's beautiful. You could do Clarence.
I think I could.
I
pull
don't know.
It off.
Yeah. You can.
Possibly.
You can.
I do have somebody else in mind that I think could pull it off.
There are several roles in that program. I mean, you could fit everyone in here.
Oh, I think, and I would do the same thing. I would have some people playing multiple roles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we can fit it all. I mean, we fit 8 in here comfortably. So I
that's
think
all
we can
you would need.
I think I can make that work, and I think it might be kind of cool.
I think it's extremely cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see what they're. I don't know if anybody agrees or if anybody's commenting here on that. Carol says, "Guess where Zach and I are going today? Where? That theatrical release.
Oh, they're going to Stuckey's?
Oh, are they going there? Oh, Carol.
You all right?
Now GD's telling us to check out Best Villain in direct-to-video. Now I think he's just messing with us. He's probably laughing that we went out. He said, check out Best Villains in direct-to-video movies. Yeah, I think he's been messing with us the whole time, that son of a bitch. Yeah, John's guessing Buc-ee's. Yeah, now he's saying
it's Buc-ee's. I don't know why I call it Stuckey's.
Oh, I thought you were just joking. Yeah, now GD's saying Best Villain in a Broadway production. Yeah, he's messing with us now. All right, Fremder said Lord of the Cock Rings, and JMS said that's gross. And yes, Carol is going to Buc-ee's. And then John says, I'm a lucky guy. I'm a lucky guy just for knowing Carol. I want you to know that. JMS says, third eye fell off. Oh, is he talking about we were putting this stuff on our faces? Frank says, I like this. Grandma Walker gave me them.
What?
The tape, the recordings of the plays. But I like how he says me. Grandma Walker gave me them. Yeah, I'm sure it was just you and not both of us.
Oh, I see.
Narcissistic son of a bitch bastard. I'll have you know, we have a photo album that was given to me, I think, when I was 6.
Is that what families do?
Yes. Well, not anymore. It's all on phones now.
I knew a family so ugly, they only kept the negatives. Anyway.
A photo album that was full of pictures of our father. Now, again, we didn't know him. He split when Frank was 3, and I was just born when Frank was 3. He moved out to California. It's actually this time of year. In 1975, we went out there and spent 2 weeks with him, and then he died 5 years later. So Frank, was with him until he was 3, and then had 2 weeks with him when he was 8. I only had 2 weeks with him when I was 5, and that's it. I did not know this man, and I knew very little about him for most of my life. So we got a photo album. See, I'm saying we, but that's the point of my story. This was a gift to me, so take that. It was a birthday gift from my grandmother to me. It was a photo album full of pictures of my father. That I'd obviously never seen before. A lot of pictures from upstate. You see there's like nothing behind them, because nothing is built up back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine. You got the recordings. The photo album was mine. I actually eventually gave it to him. I didn't even want it. I was like, I don't need this. Take it. Frank follows he does all the research. He's actually found family members that he's talked to. And I wanted to ask you, who's Tom Walker? Because there's a guy on Facebook I saw making that was our father's name, Tom Walker.
Oh.
So when I first saw that, I was like, what? But yeah, there's a Tom Walker that I see you've been talking to on Facebook. Who's that? All right, so those recordings came from our grandmother. Okay. Tony, I should Zoom with you to show you around Buc-ee's when we go. Oh. Yeah,
that would be fun.
Oh, we were supposed to do that, weren't we? We were supposed to call Buc-ee's today. Or was that last week?
That was last week.
Holy crap. All right, we have to keep in mind to do that when you come back next year. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Carol, when are you going? Because I can't today. I'm at 1:00. I'm recording. GD has a podcast somewhere. I don't even know where he does it, but he's recording it, and I'm his guest. So we're recording that at 1:00, and then I have a murder mystery tonight that I have to get ready for. Mickey says Tony would play the one-legged man. That would be Christmas Story. I would play the lamp.
Yeah.
Fremder, for some reason, every negative that I've seen of myself, I look like. Never mind. Tom is a distant cousin, says Frank. Nephew of Bert. So if a nephew of Bert, that's our grandfather. Wouldn't that make him a cousin?
Wait, don't you know if he had siblings? Your grandfather?
No, I have no idea. That's how little I know about my family. I have no idea.
Wow.
My father.
There might be.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of them out there.
You might have great aunts and uncles roaming around.
Frank has found these people, and he has found cousins, and he's talked. My father was one of 3. So his sister was the only one we kept in steady touch with, and our grandmother. We kept in steady touch with her. They both have since passed. But the sister lived in Freeport. So we kept in touch with her. We saw her regularly, and I still talk to her daughters, my cousins. I still talk to them regularly.
Yeah.
One of them lives in a spaceship, and the other one lives in Freeport. But beyond that, I have no idea. My father's brother, who has also since passed, I did meet him in California, and then Oh, and then I met him again. I think I was around 20 years old. He came for a visit. But then, like the last maybe 5 years of his life, we talked on the phone 2 or 3 times a year.
Oh, you did.
Which was really nice.
Yeah.
And he a very nice man. I was.
What was his name?
Oh shit,
It
Frank.
was Uncle
Oh, I can't believe I'm forgetting this.
Wow.
I
stumped the host.
I'm having a brain fart. Frank, quick, what was his name?
You need the portal.
Oh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. I did say it recently on the show here. I talked about him.
Henry, Francis, Trevor.
Oh, I can't believe I'm screwing this up.
George, Greg.
Oh, this is killing me.
Hank?
Well,
Henry?
while I'm waiting for Frank to give me his name, I will tell you a weird story with him. He called me. We always, like I said, 2 or 3 times a year, but one of the phone calls was always around Christmas. So we would call around Christmas. John, that is it. Thank you, Frank. Yeah, John. That's his name. John Walker. Yep. Johnny Walker.
Wow, I wonder if you're related.
No, believe me. That I took interest in.
Yeah.
So one year he called me up, and we would, so how you been the last few months, or how was your year? One year he called up. He said, well, our year was kind of strange this year. I said, well, what do you mean, Uncle John? He's a very straight guy. Well, this year we were celebrating whatever holiday or somebody's birthday, and he had, I think, 3 kids. And one of my daughters was here, and we were celebrating, and she got into an argument with her husband, and they went to the other room, and they were yelling loudly, and then it got pretty ugly. I was like, all right, what do you mean, got ugly? She says, well, he stabbed my daughter. I was like, what?
What?
He goes, and I went and had to interject, and he goes, I got into a physical altercation with my son-in-law, and he stabbed me. And I'm telling you, he was saying it kind of just almost like that, like he's Walter Cronkite. And I was like, what? Then, after stabbing these 2, the husband then turned on himself, stabbed himself, killed himself. And I was like, what?
And he said this very nonchalantly?
Just very matter of fact, very dry.
Like he was reading the news.
Yeah. And I said, Uncle John, I said, what are you telling me? What? I said, is everybody okay? And he was like, oh, we're fine. I go, fine? I said, physically and mentally, I would be a mess. And me being me, I'm getting all, because I am not even keeled like he was. I am blah, blah, blah. He actually took the phone away, and I hear him turn to his wife, Aunt Betty. I hear him turn to Aunt Betty, his wife. And he goes, here, you talk to him. Like, I don't think he liked that I was asking all these questions. I was getting all excited. He didn't like it. And Betty got on. She had an accent, I think German, if I remember right. So she was hard to understand, but she got on the phone, and she was more human.
Oh.
And she was talking to me, then giving me details and stuff, and then eventually put Uncle John back on the phone.
Did she give you the great knock-knock joke? German knock-knock joke?
No.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Nazi.
We
will ask the questions. Come on, that's hysterical.
See, he doesn't remember what he said 5 minutes prior, but he remembers these jokes.
I remember things. It's my act.
I mean, that's what you get.
Leave my hat alone.
All right, time for us to go. It's 12:30. Real quick, how was your birthday? I meant to ask you that.
Oh, it was beautiful.
What are your holiday plans?
Holidays? I told you, I wanted to talk to you about this, but we were too busy looking up villains, and you're trying to.
All right, let's.
And as Jennifer says, I'm being bullied around here.
You're not being bullied around here. I'm going like this.
Strategically.
Yeah.
I told you
You told me before we were on the air, which is why I asked again just now. Because
strategically, I'm going to see my grandchildren the day before Christmas Eve.
Good idea.
I don't have to spend Christmas Eve, although there are some people. I don't want to spend a room with 847 people, like I told you before, and not have quality time with my grandchildren. So I've been doing this for several years. I think it was a brilliant move on my part.
I do. I agree.
And I get to spend it just with them, just myself, the 3 little ones, and my son and daughter-in-law. It's great.
But then which I'm sure it is, and I do think it's a great idea. But then on Christmas Eve and Christmas, do you
Christmas
Eve? Do you
Eve.
go anyway? To see them, with the
No.
other 847.
No, I do not.
So on actual Christmas Eve and Christmas, you're just home.
I do other things.
Okay. JMS.
Well, you asked me what I'm doing. Christmas Eve, I'm going to spend it with a significant other.
You jump into these relationships, but yet when you're on the show, you're so mysterious.
I jump into relationships. I've been in 3 relationships in the past 20-something years.
Yeah, but you rebound quickly is what I'm saying. Like you go into the next relationship quickly. I'm not judging. I'm just stating it as a fact.
I haven't really jumped into this one quickly. I was out of that relationship at least 6 months mentally.
Oh, mentally.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, all right. I'll give that to you. But either way, but you say my significant other, all mysterious. She's your girlfriend. You're spending all your time with her.
Yes.
So just say me and my
don't know.
girlfriend are going.
You know what? Maybe I'm just being respectful. I don't know if she
Girlfriend's a derogatory term.
I'm being respectful. You're not letting me finish.
May I interject?
You
Girlfriend
can
is a
interject.
derogatory term.
No. I don't know if she likes her name being mentioned. I have to ask her. It's
I didn't
okay.
say. I said instead of significant other, say my girlfriend. I didn't say her name.
Girlfriend. Okay. I'm going with my girlfriend
Right.
to her family's on Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, the plans are unbeknownst to me at this moment in time.
There you go. See,
is that all right?
That's fine.
Jesus Christmas.
Because prior to that, you were like, I'm going with my significant other. You're being all mysterious, like you
Not
can't.
being mysterious.
Totally mysterious. So now, I'm going out with my girlfriend. I'm not sure exactly what time, but we're going out to her family. Okay, great, Mike.
I just said that.
Yeah, with a lot of prompting.
There was no prompting.
Tons of prompting. JMS says, I'm glad I found this show. JMS, how did you find this show? Who are you? Do you know either one of us? Or do we have mutual friends? Like, how did you find us? I'd love to know. And thanks for joining us, and hope it's not the last time. Mickey, Tony, you could remember a name and your brother had to tell you, and now you're getting all over Mike.
See, I'm being bullied from the moment this
But I didn't say Mike
program
didn't
started.
remember. I didn't say Mike didn't remember. I said he's got a. Oh, that's right. I did. I said Mike couldn't. Yeah, he said he didn't remember what he said 10 minutes ago, but he remembers some other stupid shit. Yeah, but like I said, I don't know my father's family, so I forgot. I don't know. Love from most New Yorkers' winter's home, says JMS. What the hell does that
What?
mean? Love from most New Yorkers' winter home.
I don't get it.
I don't. All right. I got it. So JMS is in Florida. Love from most New Yorkers' winter home. Right? A lot of New Yorkers migrate down to Florida for the winter. So JMS is from Florida. All right, so we got that much.
How did you deduce that he's from Florida?
Most New Yorkers' winter home. Many New Yorkers go to Florida
I
for the
still
winter.
think he's being a little sly.
We don't even know if it's a he.
Or she.
Right. Fremder, 10 Polish men on one German lady. She screams, 9. And then there were only 9. Oh, my goodness. JMS says, YouTube Live just recommended it. Oh, okay. I don't know how I got here. And yes, JMS has said Florida. All right, so thank you, YouTube. And I think that's kind of cool. And thank you, JMS, for sticking around. And again, hope it's not the last time. We're here every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 12:30. Mike is here every Wednesday with me. Mondays, I currently have a guy named Jeff. On Tuesdays, I have this beautiful lady named Diane, which is the only reason I show up.
How come you don't say it? See, that's another thing. You say she's beautiful. How come
Yeah.
I'm not handsome or Jeff's not handsome?
Because
It's a
I
little
don't
sexist.
I don't care.
Are you a misogynist?
No, I just don't find any man attractive.
Well, neither do I.
There you go.
Well,
So there you go.
Actually, I'm so secure in my sexuality, I could say, man, like Jon Snow. You ever watched Game of Thrones?
No. Oh my God! Can't believe it.
I would give my left nut to just walk around looking like him for one day.
See, that's exactly where it's coming from. It's not misogynistic at all. I can't look at a guy and be like, oh, I see what they see. Oh, I get it. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I've always thought,
I see it.
Even Tom Cruise in his prime, I thought he was a little weasel-looking thing, and I didn't understand what women see.
He's not tall, dark, and handsome, but yeah.
All right, fine. George Clooney, he just looks like an everyday guy to me. Like I don't see what women see. I might say, yeah, he dresses good.
Well, Henry Cavill, I was having this conversation with Jennifer. Jennifer, see, I said her name.
I didn't say you have to say her name. That wasn't the argument.
I say to her all the time, say my name. You get the joke?
Yes.
We were bringing up The Witcher and Henry Cavill, and she went, rare, rare. I'm like, that one I don't see.
Right. Yeah.
Henry Cavill, why women fawn over him.
Matthew McConaughey is the strangest looking thing to me.
Oh, yeah, he looks like a duck.
All right. But girls love him.
Yeah, I know.
No, he looks like the shell of a cicada to me. Because he's like the same color. He's all jointed looking. Then you have his hair is all stringy. So those are like the legs.
Yeah.
He looks like the shell of a cicada.
Wow.
I just thought of that, and I'm holding on to that.
That's a good. You pulled that one out of your keister.
I sure did.
Wow.
Yep. Matthew McConaughey, the shell of a cicada.
You got to post.
Like yep.
You should post that little. Maybe it'll go viral.
Mickey Delaney. Mike, I love you, my friend.
I love you too, Mickey Delaney.
JMS, what part of Florida? So now Romeo's getting all excited. He doesn't fool me. He's trying to find out if JMS is a woman, and he's going to start flirting with her now too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's a good comment. Say my name, bitch.
God.
Calm down. Calm down.
What?
Because Jennifer said that.
Whoa. Jennifer O?
Yes. Jennifer O.
Jennifer O.
GD says, are kidding. Henry. What?
Jennifer. We'll
be doing that later. GD says, Henry Cavill is hot even to me. Really? Calm down, GD. Fremder, every other day, give or take, I consider myself to be handsome. Oh, Fremder. All right, with that, we're getting out of here.
Goodbye,
Michael,
Jennifer.
I'm glad you had a good birthday.
I had a great week. Thank you to Jennifer.
Thank you to Jennifer for having a good birthday.
What do you call it? Jennifer O?
Jennifer O.
Jennifer O.
Jennifer O. Jennifer O.
But it's not. It's Jennifer space O.
See how he's raising his voice?
I'm not. I'm the grammar police, man.
Apparently,
and you think I am? She's tough,
and I'm
she's
just doing a
smarter
little
than me.
humor here. Just Jennifer
this show
O.
is not funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we give people heart attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey Delaney, Jennifer O sounds so sexy.
Wait a minute.
Mickey lives in Seattle. You're fine.
Oh.
And that's the only reason you're fine, because if he lived here, forget it. Enjoy your grandkids.
Mickey, say my name, bitch. Even though I do love you, pal.
Enjoy your kids on...
what are you doing for Christmas?
Oh, wait a minute. Did JMS... Is that your name? Jenny Farrow? Oh, Jennifer O, Jenny Farrow. So now they're all playing with the name. I'm really quick. You see that? I'm sorry. What did you say? Right.
Right.
And glad you had a good birthday. Enjoy your...
I was going to ask you what you were doing for Christmas, but I already knew you're having 4,000 people over.
Yes. Christmas Eve, we're hosting with my side of the family. And then Christmas Day, my brother's going to go with his fiance's side. I'm not sure if my mother might be joining us as well, but we'll be with Lisa's side of the family. But we're hosting Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Who's cooking? You?
I'll be one of the people cooking. Last year, because I have an electric grill that it's actually like a grill / smoker. Last year for Christmas, I put a roast in there. First time I ever smoked anything. 5 hours with this thing. holy moly, this thing came out perfect. Perfect. I think the only better meat I've ever had is Rusciello's. When he made us those steaks.
That sounded very bad.
I know. That's why I said it that way. But yeah, well, I made this roast. I mean, when I started carving it, it was like butter, and so I knew immediately. It's like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then I don't even think I was finished carving it. I just snuck a quick piece.
Oh, sure.
Like, so I'll be doing that again
Nice.
both days. Very excited about that.
That's
Hopefully I do it right again.
Very exciting.
So, all right, we're out of here. Yeah, we definitely got to get out of here. So we got a lot coming up. Today is Wednesday. I think we're done for today. Yeah, that's it for today.
Jennifer, can I say something?
Yes, please.
A little shout out to if she's still
I'm
on.
sure she is.
Thank you for a beautiful birthday, Jennifer.
Ooh, did you see the way you said that? Thanks for a beautiful
Oh,
birthday.
you want me to do it even
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Oh, what does that mean? Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
You know what that means.
Thank you for a beautiful birthday, Jennifer.
Don't look at me after doing that.
I felt the heat from my deep voice just cascading back from the microphone back into my mouth.
Oh, I'm going to throw up. JMS, cheers, fellas. By the way, I'm a dude who also doesn't think dudes are pretty, just so I don't catfish anyone accidentally. Mickey, I hope the fire trucks are on hand. Tony is cooking. Jennifer O says, you're welcome, and there's some kind of an emoji there, and I can't see it. It's a heart, I think. And she says you're welcome twice with some kind of heart emoji thing.
Oh.
Friender, hopefully this Christmas I get caught under the camel toe.
It's a heart with like wrapping around it like a gift.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Rusciello says he's getting sick. GD,
Such a dick.
JMS not wanting to catfish, you bastard. Right. And then Mickey's saying, hi, beautiful Jennifer O.
Wow. What's
Go
going
get her,
on
Mickey.
there?
Do it. All right. We got to get out of here. It's getting late.
Mickey.
So, yeah, we're done today. Coffee with the Dog with GD is on tomorrow at 9. We're back here tomorrow at 11. Frank will be here again. He's bringing in some guitar players. They're going to play some holiday tunes. Bob Andretta, Laura Lightgab. The two of them, we've known them for almost 50 years. Frank used to play in a church folk group. They play guitars and sing during mass services. And they were
Is that what they do at church?
Bob and Laura were in them too. That's what they did at this church. And they were in, so they go way back with us. They'll be playing the guitars. And then Frank is also bringing in, is it David Lamb? Is that his name? So I know it can't always be about you. I understand that. So just calm the fuck
I'm
down.
not doing anything.
You're
I'm
not doing
sitting
anything.
here.
You're holding the hat. You're messing
I don't know. I'm bored.
It's not. Oh, I'm sorry you're so bored. Well, I make announcements for 5 seconds.
5 seconds?
Because it's always about the Mike Kaplan.
He's not.
Carol says, Merry Christmas to all. Well, say it to Mike. Hopefully you're still watching tomorrow and Friday and Monday, because I'm still here. So, yeah, Bob and Laura, they'll be on Thursday. Is there Nick Greystone? No, there's no Nick Greystone this week. So, and then Friday, I'm actually very excited about Friday's show, and I hope you guys are too. I hope you'll let me indulge myself. I'm going to have my high school drama teacher on the show with me on Friday. I'm very excited about this.
Man, I wish I can be on it with you.
You can come in.
I love drama teachers.
Come on in. You can. She'll be on Zoom. She's down in Florida. But you're more than welcome to join us. I can't get that now. You're more than welcome.
You know,
to
I
join
got
us.
an A+ in drama class. It was about food. You had to prepare food or eat food. I got an A+ on the 3 ways to eat a Twinkie. And it was thought about. No, it was thought about for years afterwards.
I'm sure it was,
because I made it very dramatic. It wasn't just sexual, you pig.
You're the one eating Twinkies, not me. Freaking pervert. So that's Friday. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come in. She was a great drama teacher. I credit her with, everything I've done since. Because I've done some wonderful theater. Even this show was the result. This was offered to me through doing theater. So,
wow.
Yeah, she was wonderful. Great drama teacher, wonderful person. She's and you can see her in the movie Brewster's Millions. You see her in the background. You see her. She's got a line which I will tease her about. She's in the movie All That Jazz, and she drops an F-bomb.
Oh, you know they're filming that Bruce Springsteen biopic, "Deliver Me from Nowhere."
Biopic?
What did I say?
Biopic.
What's the fucking difference? So
biopic. It's a
Jeremy Allen White is playing Bruce Springsteen. It was when he wrote Nebraska, right? And I go on casting calls. Be pretty cool. They're filming in Asbury Park next month. Because I'm a big fan. I think I might do that just to be an extra in the film.
Well, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Just wanted to throw that in
there. Actually, you're reminding me. So you won't be here for 2 weeks because, of Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
Right.
And then the 8th, I'm not doing my show. So you won't be here for 3 weeks. The 8th, I have a dentist appointment. They only had noon, and that was, they only had noon.
Oh, maybe I'll come in another day.
Oh, that'll be fine.
If that's all right with you.
Of course.
It's your program.
We can definitely do that. Absolutely. All right. So it's definitely, we're way over here, and I need to eat lunch before I do GD's thing. All right. Let's get through the announcements here.
Do indigenous things? Is that what you said?
I said I need to eat lunch before I do GD's thing. GD's podcast. I just said so tonight, come join Knockem Dead Comedy. We're performing at that meatball place in Patchogue. Fun murder mystery. Might be a nice, fun way
What's
to...
What's the Saturday one? Where is that?
See, he's just,
I'm sorry.
I'm getting to it. You want to go out and enjoy maybe a fun way to have your office Christmas party or something? Come join us at a murder mystery. That meatball place tonight. Here, Governors, Joe DeVito is here this weekend. The Aragona Comedy Show with Mike Dell'Aquila and Brian Paul and a bunch of our friends. That's this weekend. Alvin Quay is this weekend. Gasper Randazzo. Joe Matarese, great guy, very funny guy. He's here this weekend. McGuire's in Bohemia this Saturday.
Yes.
That's this Saturday. Come join us. If you can't make it tonight, join us this Saturday at McGuire's in Bohemia for a fun murder mystery show at Knockem Dead Comedy. And then stay there because they have a late show, Aragona Comedy, with our pal John Butera. And I can't see who else is there. Looks like Emily Santosis. Mike Tansey is in that photo, it looks
Emily
like.
Halitosis?
She'll kick your ass. A bunch of great comedians, so join that. Don't forget December 27th, our guest from yesterday, David Clark. He'll be performing at Westbury Music Fair. Or if you don't want to see the music, well, then come to the brokerage on the 27th or 28th to see Teddy Smith. On the 28th, I think I'll be coming here to Governors because I love Teddy, but I love the Uncle Louie Variety Show. These guys are my pals. They'll be performing at Governors the 27th and the 28th, and they're just fantastic. So you have that as well. The 28th is Sean Brown, another great guy. And, of course, don't forget January 24th. See, again, just can't stand the fact, we're not talking about me.
No, just last week.
Sorry to bore you. I know,
sighed,
and I yelled at you then.
Just a sigh.
So, and I'm yelling at you again. January 24th. Go to govs.com. Check out the full schedule and make your reservations to some great comedy shows. KnockemDeadComedy.com. See our full schedule and all sorts of info on what we do. And there's the info on how you can hire us for your event, whether it's a fundraiser, a private party, or a corporate event, or you're just having something where you want to make some money. John says you can't. He says not on Tuesdays. Right. So I can't make a dentist appointment on Tuesdays. See, that's the thing. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I'm in here late. So Wednesdays and Fridays are my only choice. As a matter of fact, now and then coming soon, we have an announcement coming soon for something on Wednesday afternoons. So we'll make that announcement in a few weeks. All right, Fremda says, last Christmas I found a U-log in my fireplace. I think Santa had a stomachache. See, it's all full throttle, full circle. We started the show talking about farts. Thank you, pal. Happy holidays to you and the family, pal.
Happy holidays.
You Grinch bastard.
Yeah, Grinch is good.